Hello again, you're watching Curtin Road Junction, and this update is about track planning, and this is where I'm at. It's going quite well, I think so anyway. Got a rough idea of how I want it to look, how I want it to be. Used the Pico templates to work out where my points are going to be and how many points I'll require. I'm quite happy with this, how it's actually turned out. It's not bad actually. I might change a couple of things, but I'm practically there. Mind, this is a scenic section we're looking at. Obviously it starts from here, scenic break. These two tracks, what I've decided to go with, I had a look at other layouts via obviously magazines, the web, exhibitions, etc. And I found station buildings that sit above the platforms. It's quite neat, I like that idea. So I went with this idea. So that's going to be my platform running down there, and the station building will be up here. This bit here will be hidden underneath a town scene, and there'll be like shops, roadway, car park, and there'll be a road which will lead down here, because this will be hidden as well. A road that will lead down here with some low relief housing. So I think that'll look quite well. As you can see, I've drawn out rough idea of a retaining wall. It might not be like that, but it gives me an idea of what I want to do and how I want it to look. You come down to the junction. We've got the junction here. So you've got your two tracks for your main line, and your inside track is your branch. The branch line will follow up here and continue round until it goes towards the fiddle yard. I put this siding in here, and this siding is going to be, see over here I've got my fuel points. This is my TND fuel points here, and the storage tanks for my fuel points will be over here with the pump house, and there'll be a couple of tracks which will hold tankers. The TND is access for the three-way point down here. I'm still not 100% sure if I'm going to go with this, because I'm swithering on the idea of just putting a single point in here, a normal right hand point in here, and this point here having this over here instead, which will feed. Then that way I can get anything in there, because the runoff track is only going to hold a locomotive. It's not going to hold a DMU in there. So anyway, you come into the TND, you can turn right, and you can come up towards the stabling area. There'll be a shed there, a two road shed there, and a single road shed, maintenance shed there, depot crane, wash plant, and I think somewhere I've sanding plant in there, but I want to put another siding in here. This is why I've got this here. This is a single slip. Now I haven't bought it yet. I've bought my other points, as you can see. My three-way point, my double slip, and that curve points, and my left and right. They're all medium points. They're all electrofrog as well, because I didn't want to use insofrog points, as they're not very reliable with short wheelbase, only like shunters and that going really slow. So what I wanted to do was, I wanted to put another road here, but I've got my sanding plant, but I can move the sanding plant, that's not a big issue, and have this other road coming round it. So I've got three stable roads, and the actual repair track here for the repair shed. And if you come back along this way, then you've got the fuel points. So you come back out and you've got this runoff track, which, I mean, it's only big enough for a locomotive. And like I said, I wanted to put in if a DMU wanted to go in there, it wouldn't get in there because of this isn't big enough. I'm trying to maximise what I can get into this space without making it look overcluttered. So my next plan is, I might just do away with this, do away with three-way point, this wee track here and take this over to here. And just have that come straight along here, even just like that. And that way, all this can move that way a wee bit. And it's not interfering with this here. It saved me that 3-way point there. So there we have it. What I might not even bother with this, to be honest with you either. Because what I could even do is take this out of here, and the 3-way point I was going to put here, put into here instead. See? Then all I would need, I don't have a template for it, but you know what I mean, all I would need is a right hand point coming off here, which would feed that track. So it looks like it could go that way as well. So I'm not sure yet. At least that way, then I wouldn't have this track to worry about, and my runoff, I wouldn't need to worry about a runoff road. Then I can have anything I want in my shed. So I might just go with that. That seems like a better idea actually. See, that's what I mean. I'm not happy. I'm not 100% happy with the T&D area. I'm happy with the junction. I'm happy with the station. I'm happy with what I want going round that way. I'm just not happy with this. So that looks like a plan then to change that. So I'll have to purchase another couple of points. But still, it's getting there. I'm quite happy with this. I'm really happy with this, in fact. So hopefully by this time next week, hopefully my tracks should all be down in the scenic area, my points all down, and all my droppers on. And I should be able to run a train back and forward along it. And once I get the track in here, then I can concentrate on the fiddle yard over here. I've got my cork, by the way, and everything's there, my track's set, and everything's ready for me to go. And just this will be the fiddle yard over here, but obviously I'm using it for storage, because all my trains are underneath here. Yeah, this is 10 years worth of collection. Might not look a lot, but believe you me, it is quite a lot. These boxes are full to the top. So there you have it. And plus I've got my purchases for the weekend. I was at Model Rail Scotland on Sunday there, and I got my limited edition Class 8 shunter, the Malcolm one, which is really nice. I'll try and see if I can let you see it. Try and get a bit of light. There you go. Really nice, I like that. And my other purchases were these Transpennine Mark II coaches for the Model Rail stand, Model Rail magazine I mean, and the locomotive Class 47 that goes with them. They were doing the offer between the two for 135 quid, which I thought was fair. And Harbour and Hobby, I've done another run of West Highland Line coaches. So I picked these up as well, because I missed the last run. So the credit card took a bit of a wallop, but never mind. I'll introduce you to some of the buildings and that I've got. That's my single road servicing shed, my 2-lane traction depot, locomotive jacks, and diesel fuel point. I've got 2 of these, storage tanks, my Art Deco signal box. I got cracking that signal box, depot crane, my wash plant. I've got a double track level crossing here, and you notice it's all Scenecraft stuff, but I like the Scenecraft. I'm not sure if I'll use that. And I've got a loading hopper here. I'm not sure if I'll use that either, with the conveyor and that, the loading tower. I've got my sanding plant, and that's my Art Deco station building. So I've got to try and integrate all this into this layout. So I'll get there. And the wife bought me this for my bedroom door at Model Rail Scotland there. Really impressed. Plus all the usual mugs and that. But there you have it. please do feel free to let me know what you think. If there's anything you would change, anything that you can, any advice is welcome. Like I say, I'm quite a beginner at this. I know my railways and that, but layout building, I'm a beginner. So I think I've done not bad. I think I'm got the idea and it's coming on. So I just look forward to getting it down. I'm really looking forward to seeing my trains running eventually. So yeah, let me know what you think. Please feel free to subscribe to my channel and you'll see future updates. The next update, hopefully, this scenic section, the track will be pinned down and all the dropper wires will be soldered on and the bus wire run underneath. Hopefully get a bit of power through it so I can test all the points and that on it. So there you have it. So my dreams turning into reality eventually. I got this wire from Model of Scotland as well. It wasn't cheap. I think it was for Squires, Rapid Electronics. That's who their supplier is. They've got a website of their own. So I got the two reels of wire. I got the connector blocks for the bus wires for the lifting sections. This, a wee hand drill, just a wee twist drill, you know, just for, because this flexi track doesn't have any holes in it, so hence the small packet of drill bits as well. So I can get the track pinned down. But no, I'm actually quite chuffed. It's coming together. So the next stage is track laying, pinning it down. I'll have to cut all my cork, get all the cork cut, and just take it from there. So I'll leave you now, and I'll see you at the next update.